What happens when you play with a very strict GM? Let me describe the situation. So I just remember my first game of D&D years ago, and it was probably one of the reasons that I now refuse to play with a super strict GM. Some people have to be strict for good reasons, like keeping the rules fair, keeping away disturbing players, and everything else to make the game fun. But some GM take the game way too seriously. My first character ever was a necromancer, and the GM graciously accepted him. And even though our group at the time had strong Baldur's Gate 2 vibes, where dark magic had a bad reputation amongst good aligned players, the GM decided I could play him as a neutral aligned guy and not a twisted backstabber. Even though I never expected my character to become a powerful one, I never hoped for him to become the most useless character ever. At the creation, the GM allowed me to have one attack spell and a familiar. A cat, a rat, or a bat. Something like that. I had nothing similar to necromancy, not even the power to raise a weak skeleton or a dumb zombie valet. So the first mission we were exploring a cave, because a good old MacGuffin was lost and we were paid to find it. Then, suddenly, we were attacked by some kobolds, and I thought to myself, now it's my time to shine. So on my turn, I conjure up a spell with both my hands, and rolled. An epic fail. GM decided that since it was an epic fail, that the spell backfires, which I'm fine with. Then he said that due to the backfire, my hands literally explode. At the time, everyone laughed. I played my wounded character until the end of the session, and then asked the GM after what I should do next. He just told me, well, it's a permanent condition, and you'll have to just deal with it. I made some propositions to him, but he refused them. He didn't really suggest anything either, so I told him that I would just come back with another character. When I said that, that's when he told me, nope, nobody can change their character until death. To try and please me, he told me that we would find a solution during the next session. During that session, I was the most useless player ever. I was a mage who couldn't use magic, and my other stats were completely useless since I couldn't grab anything and there were no NPCs for me to talk to. The second session ended with nothing for me. Same for the third. My character was becoming a running joke among the others. I ended up telling the GM that hopefully the next session will be the last one, but I never expected it literally. During the fourth, I was angry, and so I was looking for a moment to do something, and I found it. It ended with the heroic death of my character. I just pushed a guy and ended up accidentally dying. The GM breaks the fourth wall entirely and refuses the idea of me trying to sacrifice my character. So there were arguments and more arguments. We all left a bit sour, but nothing too bad. I told the GM that I will just bring another character next time, and he agreed. There were no other sessions. Well, at least no other sessions with me in them. The DM continued playing with the other players. One of them asked him why I never came, and the GM told him that I wasn't interested anymore. The same player asked me, and I told him that I didn't even know there were more sessions. The GM finally said something like, well, it's a game with consequences, and some people never took them as seriously as they should. I never understood DMs like this. Why lie? If you have a problem with someone, then say it. Also, I don't understand why the DM would want someone who practically couldn't play. As a DM, it's your job to make sure that everyone is having fun, not just yourself. Also, other players need to stand up for other players when things aren't fair. It's important to play as a team, not just in-game, but out of game as well. What do you all think about this situation?